Hello and welcome to my demonstration for my final project. For my final project I decided to create a Minecraft-like world using 3.js. I chose this topic because I really love Minecraft. I've been playing it since I was in middle school. And over the years I've continued to play it, and I feel like it's a truly timeless game. I never really get tired of it. There's always something new you can do, and it's very fun and creative. So that's kind of the reason I chose to do this project. And this project was influenced by Critic RC. He's got great YouTube tutorials where he talks about 3JS concepts specifically, things that you would need in a Minecraft world. And those were a big help for me when implementing this project. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Here is the world. We can have a look around here. We've got some hills. Kind of looks like some terrain. It's pseudo-randomly generated using Perlin JS, which kind of applies a noise texture map to the amplitude so that it creates these different hills and dips. So this little white highlight that you see is actually the ray tracer. So the ray tracing is implemented that the ray comes out of the camera, which is essentially the player, and when it intersects with these blocks, well, all these blocks are really part of an instanced mesh, which is just a way to make the game performance much faster, because if you have every block as its own mesh, then the GPU and the CPU need to make tons and tons of calls between each other for every single mesh that you have, which with this many blocks and there's a depth of 5, then it gets pretty extensive and very laggy. As you can see in the top left, there's some stats, which is another 3JS. I think it's 3JS. But you can get some stats and you can see the FPS. So almost 60. It's pretty good, right? So the instance mesh essentially combines all the meshes together into one mesh, and then there's only one call to create this terrain, which just makes it way faster. Anyways, so basically what this ray tracer does is it allows you to select a block, and if I right click, I can build a block where I'm looking on the face that I'm looking at, just like that. And if I left click, I can break the blocks, just like in Minecraft. And I can break any of the blocks, fill them back in. And like I was saying, there's a depth. So we can go down. I think the depth I have set now is about 5. So if we keep going, we're eventually going to hit the void. There it is. And that's pretty much because it can get pretty laggy, and if you have too many, at least with my computer, then the max stack call can be exceeded. There may be a way of getting around this, but for the time being, this is how it was implemented. And also, that's one feature, and the other feature is the terrain generation. So as you can see, as we walk in this direction, there are chunks being generated. Right, and if I look behind me as I move away, what'll happen? There we go. The chunks are removed. So, and this happens in all directions, essentially creating an infinite terrain, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, I believe that those are really the main functionalities, and the collision detection, so that we're able to walk around like this. So essentially the main functions of what I've created. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the demo. Thanks for watching.